A lot of items have been named in this list, but one stands out: the BrahMos cruise missile. For the uninitiated, the BrahMos is a short-range supersonic anti-ship cruise missile developed in 1998 through a joint venture between India and Russia. It has a range of anywhere between 3 to 500 kilometers and a Mach 2.8. It can fly at up to 3 times the speed of light, of sound in fact. Vietnam wants to buy this missile from India. The talks for acquisition have been underway for at least a year. The Vietnamese government wants to modernize its military, equip itself with new weapons to deter China's growing aggression. So next week, when Defense Minister Rajnath Singh lands in Vietnam, this acquisition is going to feature prominently in the talks. Another headline: the government of the Philippines has reportedly set aside funds for the acquisition of the BrahMos missile. It is said to have allocated at least $55.5 million. And this report comes barely a month after a high-level visit by Navy officials from the country with China over the Paracel Islands, a chain of small coral islands in the South China Sea. Beijing has forcefully occupied all of these islands over 45 years. But Vietnam does not acknowledge the Chinese rule. It claims sovereignty over these islands. In April 2020, a Vietnamese shipping boat with at least 8 people on board was hit by a Chinese ship near the Paracel Islands. The boat sank along with the crew. And since then, there have been numerous instances of Chinese ships colliding with Vietnamese boats. This has kept ties between the two countries rather tense. Then we have the Philippines, another victim of Chinese aggression and incursions. It engaged in a dispute with China in the Whitsun Reef, a major fishing area located along the Spratly Islands in the South China Sea. The Philippines considers this reef to be part of its exclusive economic zone. China does not agree. In May 2021, at least 200 Chinese vessels entered this area. They stayed there for several hours. The incursion sent alarm bells ringing in the Philippines. It called China's move, in fact, a provocative action aimed at militarization. So clearly, both Vietnam and the Philippines do not consider China a friend. Both of them share a troubled relationship with Beijing, and their interest in purchasing the BrahMos missile should be seen in that context. Not only will it pull these countries closer into India's strategic orbit, it will also give India an edge over the Chinese regime.